Well, tonight I won't even have to bother to go on my television and watch the circus because I saw it here this afternoon. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hot Stove Media, and today we are going to be recapping this afternoon's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs as the Phillies lose 2-0 to the Cubs as they get swept out of this 3-game series. I just don't know what to say anymore. I just don't. I could scream and yell. I don't even feel like it. Now, guys, if we're getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So I'm just tired of this. I mean, I'm beyond tired of this. First of all, I'm just tired of this Phillies team in September. From 2018 until present, it's just been absolutely unwatchable. They have just been abysmal in September. I don't know what it is. Every single year we get to late August, especially this year, and think there's no way they could do it again, and they do it. They do it. They find a way to do it. And I just couldn't help myself. I mean, I had that great video I posted on my Instagram with the Curb Your Enthusiasm music playing in the background. It just fit perfectly. It fit perfectly. It really did. It's just like, you just gotta laugh at it sometimes. It's just pathetic. Brandon Marsh losing another ball in the sun today. And he was wearing sunglasses. So yes, he was wearing sunglasses. But I mean, that's even more pathetic. The fact that you still lose and you were wearing sunglasses. My gosh. Learn how to catch a baseball in the sun. I mean, you're a professional. Oh, it's hard. Well, that's why you get paid, because it's hard. That's why you're paid, because it's hard. If it was easy, everybody could do it. But guess why you're getting paid millions of dollars? Because it's not easy. So you got to make the plays. And that's like the second time he's done that. Hasn't even been a week. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Learn how to catch a ball in the sun. That's your job. It's not just, the volunteer, men's softball league in the neighborhood. This is your full-time job. And you're getting paid millions of dollars. So there's simply no excuse to make these blunders like that this consistently. And I have never, ever seen a team leave runners in scoring position so much. I have never, ever seen anything like it in my life. It's just like all the time. We are incapable of this moving the runner over, making something happen. Incapable. Can't do it. We are just, when there's runners up, we just bear down. We bear down. We just check out. We're gone. We just were awful in that department of this series. Absolutely terrible. Opportunity after opportunity. I mean, the Cubs, just basically handing us opportunities to make something happen, and we just botch it like we always do. Absolutely botch it. So well-executed failure right there by the Phillies here in this entire series. They get shut out in the final game. I mean, shut out by the measly Cubs as they go 0-6 against these guys this year. 0-6. So good job. Good job. How do you feel about yourself going into that Washington Nationals series? So we could easily miss the playoffs. I said that this morning. We don't deserve to make the playoffs. Right now, we are currently tied with the Milwaukee Brewers, and some people are like, it's not false. People are saying, oh, well, we hold the tiebreaker, it's just like, I don't even care anymore. I mean, this Phillies team they're just going to be the death of me. My goodness gracious. I mean, they are just unwatchable. It's just so frustrating. I don't know how many times they have done this. It's just time after time. You think they can't do it again. You think they can't top that, and they top that. You know what I mean? They just keep this. Oh my gosh, they're just so frustrating. Beyond frustrating. Can't even put it in words. As we give the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning off of Ranger Suarez, Patrick Wisdom doubles on a line drive to right field. Sia Suzuki comes around to score, and it's 1-0 Chicago. So Wisdom delivers on his 26th double of the season off of Ranger Suarez to give the Cubs a 1-0 lead. So there you go right there. Of course, it was still, early in the ballgame, just in the bottom of the first inning, thinking like, hey, I mean, the Phillies offense, hopefully you can get it going. I mean, they just botched so many opportunities, with runners on base, in 2 games prior. You think they can't do it again, right? Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ian Happ Singles line ground ball to left field. Seiya Suzuki comes around to score, and it's now 2-0 Chicago. So that was the inning where Brandon Marsh totally misplayed that ball in center field. First of all, not only did he let it drop, but then he misread it again and it went to the wall. He dropped in front of him, then he put his glove down and went past his glove. So he botched it twice. He is an absolute joke. This guy, he's been better offensively, he has defensively, and we brought him aboard for his defensive ability mostly. And boy, it's been the other way around. My goodness gracious. What an absolute joke. Then that would be your final 2-zip Cubs. They sweep the Phillies for the second time this year. I did not see this coming going into the series. I just didn't. I don't think many people did. And it's just beyond frustrating. It is beyond frustrating. As I said, I'm going to say that word like a million times because it is. I just can't say anything more than that. It's just infuriating. Oh my gosh. Every time around this year, they just fall apart. You want to believe that they won't, but they just do. Kyle Schwarber out of the leadoff spot goes hitless, but he was able to draw 2 walks. His average still sits at 212 on the year, and his OPS sits at 798. Still sits comfortably with 42 round trippers on the year. And Rhys Hoskins goes hitless as he gets a start at first. Also was able to draw a walk, and he struck out twice in this ball game. And Bryce Harper hits 3 singles here this afternoon. Works his average now up to 294. He's definitely been swinging a better bat as of late. He did not homer in this series. The Phillies went homerless in the Chicago Cubs series. They were in the Windy City, and they did not hit the ball over the wall. Not even one time. But Bryce Harper, over his last 7 games, has recorded almost an 800 OPS. Definitely getting up there a little bit more. And JT Muto, he did nothing the entire series. Goes hitless here this afternoon. Strikes out twice. And Alec Bohm also goes hitless here this afternoon as well. Brandon Marsh, not only did he make that boneheaded play out in center field, but he also went hitless at the plate. Gene Segura collects a single. Not much out of him other than that. And Mick Maton gets to start at short as Bryson Stott gets a much-needed day off, and Maton was able to collect a single. And Nick Castellanos comes off the bench and was able to reach on an infield single. Total misplay. I don't understand why they even marked that down as a single. And Matt Fearing gets to start out and right and go hitless. But the Phillies collect 6 measly hits against this Cubs team in this game. And of course, half of these hits came from the reigning National League most valuable player. The Phillies draw 4 walks and strike out 7 times. And the Cubs collected 7 hits on 2 runs. Phil's 6 hits on 0 runs. So this offense was just dominated against. Absolutely dominated against. And I'm going to say it again. Julian, he made a great point. I've been saying it. He said it. Everybody's saying it. It's just mind-boggling to me about our manager. And it's kind of reminded me of Gabe Kapler a little bit, because I just was on the Gabe Kapler hate train for all of the 2019 season. If you go back and watch all those videos, every video was like a Gabe Kapler attack mode. And I hate to say this, but of course I do like Rob Thompson a lot better than I do Gabe Kapler. I do like Rob Thompson. I do not dislike Rob Thompson. He brought a new energy to this team. He got him fired up. I do not dislike Rob Thompson in any way. But I'm going to say it like it is. Why in the world, when this offense is scuffling really, really bad, and especially going into this final game, and we were in a playoff race. We are trying to make the playoffs, not have the longest active drought in baseball because the Mariners are going to make it. So we're going to have the longest active drought, of any team. That's embarrassing. It's going to be 2011, ladies and gentlemen. 2011. I was in 2nd grade. That was the last time the Phillies. I'm a freshman in college. 2nd grade. That's when the Phillies last made the playoffs. But anyway, the offense is struggling, but yet he continues to write essentially the same lineup card every single day. So how in the world do you expect anything to change when you just keep throwing out the same lineup every single day? It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Change something up. When the offense is struggling, you change something up. You don't just keep throwing out the same lineup every single day. When something's not working, you fix it. Of course, there's a saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, on the contrary, if it is broke, you gotta fix it. It's just ridiculous. He just refuses to change up the lineup. Now he did make a little, substitutions here today, with giving Bryson Stott the day off and putting in Nick Maton, giving Nick Castellanos the day off, and putting Matt Fielding in right field. But those aren't significant enough changes that the same core of the lineup is the same. With Kyle Schwarber leading off, with JT Muto in the cleanup spot, with Outbaum in the 5-hole. And I'm okay with Hoskins and Harp in the 2 and 3 hole. I'm okay with that. But it's just absolutely maddening that he will not change up this lineup at all. Ranger Suarez, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, all 2 were earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts, 3.37 ERA for Ranger, as he gets smacked with a loss, undeservingly so, a 10-6 record now in the year. So, you want to talk about no run support? Well, this was a great example. Of course, Ranger Suarez doesn't go very deep, like I said. Only 6 innings of work, but he was very good. He was very good. Of course, the offense, being void as usually it is, didn't back him up whatsoever. Not surprising. But he went out there and did his job very well. I was very impressed with Ranger Suarez, with doing that. That was a very, very good job here this afternoon. He got the job done. And David Robertson comes in there in the bottom of the 7th inning and walks 3 and strikes out 2. Always just something sketchy there. A 2.44 ERA for Robertson, and Connor Brogdon comes in there in bottom of the 8th inning and strikes out 2 and also walks 1 as well. A 3.40 ERA for Connor Brogdon. So that is pretty much it. So I'm speechless. I'm not really, maybe I was yelling a little bit because, it's warranted. When you get swept up by a team as bad as this, you gotta yell a little bit, but I'm tired of yelling and screaming and all that stuff. It's just absolutely maddening. I just don't feel like doing it. It's hard to be positive. Of course, there's always going to be a silver lining to any situation whatsoever. But some silver linings are harder to find than others. It's hard to be positive about this sweep. It's really hard to be positive about this. Maybe a smack in the face, a wake-up call saying, let's go, wake up. But one thing I find very discouraging is that the manager's not changing anything up. He's not changing anything up at all. So we have a doubleheader tomorrow, as I said. Hurricane Ian coming up from Florida, doing a lot of destruction down there in the Fort Myers area. And a lot of destruction down there. And we got a 1:05 first pitch of the doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Bailey Falter 5-4 with a 4.21 ERA, and Eric Fetty 6-11 with a 5.34 ERA. I think there's a good probability that Bryce Harper will have at least one more home run added to his season total after tomorrow afternoon's first game. In the second game, 7-5, the first pitch, Noah Syndergaard 9-10 on the year with a 4.12 ERA. To be determined for Washington. They did suffer their 100th loss of the season the other day to the Atlanta Braves. So the Nationals sit comfortably with a 54 and 101 record. Oh boy. Not very good, of course. And Saturday, of course, was originally supposed to be the doubleheader. There'll just be one game at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, as Kyle Gibson will be getting that start. Now, I'm not too pleased about that, of course, but luckily he will not be seen in that Houston Astros series. So that is one good thing you could take out of that. And 1:35, the first pitch on Sunday, Zach Wheeler, 11-7, a 2.92 ERA. Doubleheader tomorrow, of course, 1:05, and then the 7:05. So expectations, the expectations going into the Cubs series were to win out. So, of course, they're going to be win out here, but I do not believe we're going to believe. I think we're going to at least win 3 out of 4 against these guys, okay? I think it's fair to say. But right now we're tied for that third wild card spot. Now, technically, as I said, if the season ended right now, we would have the edge of them simply because we did win the season series. But the fact that it has to come down to that, it's just, oh my gosh, it's like 2020 all over again. We had it in the bag and we blew it. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at PHotStoveMedia. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, PhilliesHotStoveMedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils, 1:05 tomorrow against the Washington Nationals. I'll see you guys.